Hey guys, it's Terry. I'm back to driving a truck again for a living. I'm selling my food truck. It was just too much stress, too much work, and too much wondering if I'm gonna have a good sale day. So I went back to driving a truck and everything, and I'm messing with my quail today. Now, I probably should turn this around. Turn around in just a second. I built this cage. Let me turn around here. Now I built it part on the premises of I built that feeder there, so I can just fill it up in the top right there, and I can go a few days without feeding them easily. I probably went a week now without feeding them, but I only had 7 quail in here. It was from my first batch that I hatched, and there are my automatic water feeders, and I got it up on a bucket system here. Like, because I've been watching YouTube just like you are, and I built this. It's a little different. It's a rollout cage, but I also wanted to have a healthy quail and everything, and happy quail. So I put all my babies in. I scared them down to this end. Now they're all at this end right now, and I'm getting ready. They'll be able to go back out in just a second. I just scared them down here because I'm getting ready to bring the big ones back in a second. The big ones are only 4 weeks old. These right here turn 2 weeks old tomorrow. But it's just so hot here, and my brooder I have out in my garage, I'm just helping them find their way through the door. They're enjoying the sand. They've never had sand before. And see, some of them running back in. But it's going to be a new experience for them in a second, because when I add the big ones back in, they've never been around bigger birds either. Now the bigger birds, I'm saying they're bigger, but really they're not adults yet either. They're only 4 weeks old. The bigger birds are, but they are quite a bit bigger than these babies. And here are my bigger birds. Now I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch them and put them in there for you, but I'm going to try, and it might be a little bit different experience for us both. So this is a cage I picked up off of a marketplace. Now I haven't I don't use it. I just put the birds in there for now so I could introduce them back to their own cage. That's one of the bigger birds. So they're quite a bit bigger than the smaller birds, even though they're still babies themselves. But I seen Chris from Slightly Redneck putting them in there, and they seem to get along okay. I'm hoping they won't be territorial, but they could be. And they still don't like being picked up. Look, he's a boy. I'm a boy. So he's a crybaby too. So anyway, I had to move them out of the brooder because it's in my garage, and I turned the light off 3 days ago because it's been so hot here. Hey, I'm a boy too. And so the light was just evaporating all the water. It was staying way too hot, and so I turned it off, and still by the next morning the water was still being all evaporated, and I was worried that they was going to go without water for too long, because you know they do like water. Another boy. So my old batch, it's got a lot of roosters in it. There was 9 at first, and when I first set it out here, I guess I didn't predator it proof real good, and a squirrel got one of them and probably got the second one because he was easy picking, because he got too close to the... Yeah, I got a girl finally. So he got too close to this little piece here for the rollouts, and he got stuck up under there. So let me show you. I added this board right here, and it keeps it 1.25 inches at the rollout, and so now one of the birds can't get under. I think he got under there, and the squirrel just picked the bottom side of him clean, you know. And so I was down to 7 then, and look, there's a big one and a baby right together. So maybe I'll be okay with this, but big ones and baby ones together, and there they like they like playing in the sand and everything. Turn it back around. So I was worried that, you know, when I come home from work, if I worked long, sometimes I work 10 hours or whatever, and even though about an hour before I go to work, I was filling up their feed and their water and everything. When I was given home with 29 babies and a brooder, they had those things empty, and I don't think we're supposed to ever let them go without food and water. I'm fairly new at this, you might be too, but I decided to move them on into here and take a little bit of risk, because it's easier to fill 2.5 gallons worth of food like I have in this food bin for them, and 5 gallons of water than it is for a quart and a quart. And I think they're going to be much happier in here. They'll definitely be able to regulate their heat a lot better, either staying in that the box part with the sand in it, because that's really kind of protects you from the weather. Now I ain't got nothing laying on the top besides mesh right now, but as it gets colder, I will put clear plastic over that and everything, so the wind won't be bad in there and everything. But right now we don't have no wind, and it's very hot, and so I'm just thinking, you know, for a brand new guy, I ain't doing too bad. I mean, my first hatch was terrible because I messed up, and I only had like a 30% hatch, and this last time I had like a 53% hatch, 55 in there somewhere, and I'm not sure what I did wrong, but you know, they only guarantee, my Shire Farms guarantees a 50% hatch, and even though I screwed up the first, they did knock off the difference on the second ones I ordered from them, and these I got a 50% hatch, and I'm pretty happy with it. And if everything keeps going to plan, in 2 more weeks I could start getting a few eggs, and that's gonna be pretty cool to me, because we went a full cycle already, and I started with just eggs and a cheap junky incubator, which three days into the first hatch I realized I had to buy another one, because the temperature was going up and down and the humidity was going all over the place. But as you can see, I'll flip it back around again. As you can see, they seem pretty happy in here. Now those are all the old birds, and some of the old birds and all the new birds are in the sand right now, and that seems like a lot of birds in there in this thing. But my Shire Farm says 3 per square foot, and this cage would give me 60 birds at that measurement, and I have out of 60 birds, I only have 36 birds. And you know, I know I'm gonna have to take some roosters out of here as you get going, because I'm gonna have too big of a ratio between roosters and hens, and I don't want them you know, being too hard on my hands and everything, because they're gonna give me eggs. And we're gonna try to start eating more healthy around my house and everything. And maybe this summer, I watched this other family on YouTube, I can't even think of their name right now, but they show a way of gardening that you don't have to weed eat, and that's always been my thing about gardening. I don't have the time or the patience or want to do all the work of pulling all those weeds, but I don't want pesticides, and I don't want herbicides, and I don't want any of that stuff in there. We get enough in the food we buy from the groceries already, from the grocery store. So as you can tell, I'm kind of fat, and I want to get in better shape and better health, and I'm gonna do it. I put some time into it and put some effort into it and everything, and anyway, we are all in this together, and I am pulling for you. See ya.